The Chicago Bulls are one win away from their 6th title in 8 years. But just 9 days ago, when this series began, the Bulls were actually considered underdogs.
Your confidence as a team really didn't wane going into Utah. Well, a lot of people thought they had a tough time with Indiana. They'll never get by Utah.
Their confidence, or their overconfidence, was our biggest, positive, our biggest strength going into the series. They were expected to dominate us because of many games and minutes that I've played and Scotty's played and whatever.
Mike, coming into this series, the Jazz were favored by many. The way you beat them tonight, do you think you've gotten inside their heads?
I don't know. I think that what we basically have done is send them back to make adjustments to the way we play them defensively.
Jim, a short while ago, Bulls head coach Phil Jackson met the media. Here's a portion of his comments.
I thought Utah played a very fine game today on the visitors' court. They came in and executed well. They had tempo control. They got the shots they wanted. We were fortunate that we had the opportunity to win the game and took advantage of it. Utah is a very strict team. They play well. They play solid defense. A lot of times they don't like to distort their defense. And as long as we had spacing, I thought we'd get a good shot. And it's obvious that we couldn't push the ball and run like we'd like to run. And that's one of the reasons the score was probably at the level it was at in this game. Tempo was in their favor as they could control it with Stockton manipulating the half-court offense almost to perfection down the stretch. This is a team that collects ball clubs that they play against. They learn from being on the court. There's not a whole lot that we do defensively that's standard defense as far as how we're going to play things. And so we have to make adjustments as we go along. And learning the individuals on the opponent's team is what this team has survived with in the finals and with the championship runs they've made before. I thought they probably had a little more momentum winning a game that was extremely difficult on the road, which is an unusual event for them. And, coming into this game with high energy and optimism, I thought that we were going to have our hands full, which we did.
Phil Jackson from the podium. Michael Jordan bouncing back from a couple of tough shooting performances against Miami. 13 of 27 for 31 points. But
I like just about everything the Jazz have done. I mean, we talk about a couple guys that didn't step it up, but, right at the end of the game, we were talking about, hey, when was the last time the Bulls were in a must-win game? Because we thought they were going to lose this game, and probably that was the 93 series against the Suns.
Let's go now to someone on the winning side, Ron Harper of the Chicago Bulls, chasing John Stockton around all night. His offense may have suffered a bit. He was 1 for 6 from the field for just 4 points. A short while ago, Ron Harper spoke with Ahmad Rashad.
All right, thanks, Hannah. Ron, you guys were very businesslike going into this series. Unlike the other 3 series, I think you knew that it was going to be just a different situation here.
Well, we definitely know that the Jazz is a very good, sound basketball team, and we knew that if we was going to do anything, that we had to definitely take this team very seriously. And Phil Neal said that they're not an easy team, and they are a hard team, and they came in here and they played a sound game today.
Not many second shots offensively for you guys.
Not many second shots at all. We didn't get into our transition game. We didn't get no easy shots, and they played a very sound game, and it was hard for shots today.
Even though you guys play the way you do, it's a mark of a great team that adjusts to whatever kind of game that you have to play.
Well, we for sure knew that this was going to be a tough series. They are a team that allows you to get into a half-court game. And we have to allow ourselves to allow guys just to find their game, I think.
Johnny Stockton is so tough, as we know. Tonight hits the 3. Eddie Johnson has been the Jazz killer in games 3 and 4. Tonight, John Stockton is the Houston Rocket killer. Steve Snapper Jones of NBC joins me now, and you told me it's the year of the Jazz in your mind?
I've always felt it was the year of the Jazz. Actually, this didn't play quite the way I thought it would, Craig, when I thought that the Rockets would win here and the Jazz would win at home, but they would go on to face the Chicago Bulls and eventually take down the Bulls. Now, it'll be very interesting to see how they respond to the first game. It's a very quick turnaround for them against the Chicago Bulls. But, sometimes you just kind of get a sense and feel for destiny and things breaking for a team. Jazz down 13, easily could have given up the ghost and waited for Game 7. They didn't quit. The Rockets had a little bit of a letdown, missed a couple of shots, Russell's 3, then it was John Stockton, the remainder of the quarter, and then the big finish.